Welcome, everybody, once again to the If I Said It, I Meant It podcast.
Bite my tongue for no one. You sounded kind of weird on that one. Are you nervous or something?
Podcast. I said it like with a question
Kind of.
in my voice. So, I am Kevin Shio, coming to you, as always, with my good friend.
Richard Vasquez.
We have significantly less viewers
This week?
this week.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's because we don't have tits in the middle of the screen.
I could take my shirt off and put a halter top on.
Totally. I mean, it can't hurt.
That's true.
I mean,
I probably have an old halter top from somebody that's spent the night here. I'm sure I could find one.
what size would it be?
Way too small. It'll probably fit over my fucking arm.
I'm happy and
Sad for me?
sad at the same time. Though I think I would have been sad and sad had you said, it'll fit.
So let's get fucking Coltrane's question out the way because he asked, since he's listening.
He is listening. He has a question.
Go ahead.
The question asked by our good friend, longtime listener, and halfway decent interactor
I need a haircut.
is, do you?
Looks like it.
Should the Super Bowl, or why is the Super Bowl not played on a Saturday? And your thoughts on that are?
Well, the reason it's not played on Saturday is because football is played on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Good football, at least.
And with the exception of
Monday Night Football.
well, no, the
And Thursday Night Football.
AFC Championship game I think is played on the Saturday.
Yeah. Well,
think
not it. The
Saturday night and then
the
and
NFC is Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, we both said
I don't think it's played on a Saturday because we're not the dumbest society in the world. Something works every week. Why would you change it up?
and it's
for
called
the
Super Sunday.
biggest event.
It's not called Super Saturday.
Like, okay, so everybody knows, and while diehards know, yeah, you can catch a game on Thursday. Yes, there's Monday Night Football. Occasionally, there's a Saturday. Sundays are football. It's America. That's the way it goes. America. Football is played on Sunday. Churches change their service times. The influx of people goes up and down on Sundays because of that. Bars do a lot more business on Sundays. Football is played on Sundays. It is tied to that day. You have the biggest event in that sport, which therefore would be the biggest event in TV, and suddenly you're going to change it up. I think you throw a lot of...
What they should do, and I don't understand why it's not. I mean, maybe football wasn't this 25 years ago. Maybe it was. Yeah, football was pretty big 25 years ago. Well, maybe 40 years ago probably wasn't as big, huh?
Yeah, I would say the money wasn't nearly as big 25 years ago, but...
It might be, actually, now I'm thinking about it. 25 years ago, I want to say, like, didn't Brett Favre win his first Super Bowl?
No, that was like 15.
96, right?
God, that was 25 years ago.
Am I wrong?
Let's see.
Did he win 96 or 95?
Yeah. Super Bowl 31.
Yeah, 96, and then Elway won 97, 98, right?
That was 30 years ago?
Okay.
20 years
Anyway, so
Yeah.
the Super Bowl was as big. What they should do, and I don't understand why they fucking don't, is make Super Monday a fucking holiday.
Yeah.
That's what should happen. That should be a national holiday. It just should be. Like, allow people, that's like the least productive day. It's like a fact in America, working in America. It's like the least productive day. People call in sick all the fucking time. This should just be a fucking holiday. That's what it should be.
What holiday is in January? Is it President's Day?
I don't know.
Or is it Martin Luther King Day?
Martin Luther King, is that in January? I don't fuck. I can look at the calendar if you like.
Whatever holiday is in January, they should just move that to...
Well, the thing is, the Super Bowl's in February.
Now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't always.
Well, I know, but it's in February now, so what do you do?
Fucking Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, thanks a
Move it
lot,
back.
Bin Laden.
No, move it back. Fuck him. He's dead.
That we think, yeah.
Probably. I mean, let's just. I mean, we could get into the conspiracy theory aspect of it, but let's assume that we put a bullet in the cow fucker or goat fucker, whatever it is. Yeah.
So there's daylight savings, which is not a holiday.
I don't know why.
And St. Patrick's Day
In January.
Oh, I'm looking at March. My bad.
March being your birthday.
I just scrolled up. I thought it was Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Which is not a national holiday. Punxsutawney Phil, though.
Apparently there's Sam's birthday, but that's not a holiday. There's Candace's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day. Which is
Too far, that's February.
President's Day is
President's
on
Day.
the 18th.
Okay, so I say Since we did an episode on moving the holidays around per King Kevin, I say we move President's Day to the last Monday in January every year.
Hey, producer Rick's on.
And then we make the Super Bowl the last Sunday.
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You're gonna move the whole season up.
1 week, yes. I'm sorry, it starts 1 week sooner. What do? We just have to draft 1 week sooner. Oh well, shit happens. I'm okay with it. Like, really, is it going to destroy your life if football started 1 week earlier than it does now?
No, you mean later.
No, starts earlier. 1 week earlier.
Why would it start earlier?
Because you want to move the Super Bowl up 1 week.
President's Day is at the end of the month.
But the Super Bowl is the first Sunday in February,
Yeah.
ever since the Twin Towers fell. So I want to move it back to the last Sunday in January.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm
And then
sorry.
make President's Day the last Monday of January. I don't think it would be that hard.
So is it a coincidence that producer Rick and Betty Girl are listening at the same time?
I think it's a coincidence that producer Rick and Betty Girl are listening and not here.
That's true.
Had-
She did say something about she posted something on Instagram saying that she wanted a drink, and I was like, podcast number 2. She just put LOL, so I didn't pursue it.
No, yeah. Doesn't sound. It sounded like she was laughing at you and not with you.
Possibly.
But I noticed.
I didn't send her a dick pic though, so that's okay.
You missed out.
Yeah.
You missed out. So
On the joke? Or?
Oh, well, yeah. So, the reason why the Super Bowl isn't played on a Saturday is because...
And why are we talking about the Super Bowl and fucking...
Well, Coltrane
Come
brought
on,
it up.
Coltrane. Jesus.
Because we're not assholes.
Dude, have you
This
ever had
is
turf
intense.
toe before?
Turf toe? No. I'm not on turf a lot, though.
Neither am
I don't
I.
have the body of a turfed athlete. You, sir, though,
Bro.
look incredibly...
So, for those of
Athletic.
you guys that can't see, my fucking right foot, or as I was walking up, I'm like limping. I dropped a damn dartboard on my fucking foot right now. Trying to hang one up in my garage.
So, the question then becomes...
It fucking hurts.
Well, why were you hanging a dartboard?
Because I want to play darts at some point in my life.
Why was the dartboard not up?
Already?
Yes.
So it was up.
Uh-huh.
It was on where the shuffleboard is.
On the opposite side.
On the opposite side, but I didn't want it above the shuffleboard because if people missed and the dart landed on the
Right.
shuffleboard, it would ruin the wood. So I put it on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it down.
Twice, apparently.
Well, I took it, yeah. One time I took it down, the other time it fell.
Okay.
And dude, I was like measuring it, and then I put it down, and I obviously forgot it was a fucking round object,
Uh-huh.
and it rolled right on my fucking big toe. I have a big old gash on it. This shit sucks. I think it's gonna turn purple as fuck.
If we have to amputate your toe...
And I'm an idiot. I'm wearing white shoes right now, so
it's
it
gonna
might be bleed through.
You are going to feel the pain of every girl who wears white pants on her period. Like, fuck. Please don't let me bleed through and ruin these. Your foot is a vagina.
How do you not know that your fucking period's coming up like soon, and you decide to wear white pants in that time?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was your best response.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
I'm trying to go through. First off, I don't have a pair of white pants. Second, I don't have a period.
Okay, I guess I understand if a girl's irregular.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
But regardless, my fucking toe hurts, and
What are you gonna do? Like, I saw the
I
first
iced
aid
it.
kit.
I iced it.
You iced it?
Yeah.
That's not the same ice we're using, right?
Well, where'd you grab that from?
From the
The
big
ice
bowl that
bucket?
says toe.
Yes, I put it in there.
And then I saw the first aid kit.
Oh, Betty Girl said it surprised you sometime, and you should never wear white pants. Hey, some girls look good in white pants.
Some girls do look good. I don't know if it's still kind of the saying, but everybody used to say that if you wore white pants, you liked anal sex.
Yeah.
I still think it though. Being a man of maturity, I just think it. I don't say it.
I've said it.
That's
She likes it up the culo.
She likes it in the butt, or he likes it in the butt too. But that only works for you mostly see it in painters.
I think Betty Girl just wrote right now that she owns like 74 pairs of white pants.
Mm.
Apparently.
It happens. Well, she keeps steaming through them. That's why. So I saw the first aid kit.
Yeah, so I cleaned off my wound.
Yeah.
Put a big ass band-aid on it. It was bleeding pretty bad, honestly.
Profusely.
It was dark blood, so it was like You know what I mean? It wasn't like red blood where
Yeah.
it traveled a long ways and it already hit the oxygen.
Yeah.
It was like still like dark as fuck.
Ow.
Yeah, it feels a little better now, but I'm glad. Well, I don't know. Maybe my toenails still fall off, but it fell on the
Knuckle side?
Yeah, closer
Okay.
to the knuckle, but still like right above where I don't know what you would call
Like
this.
the cuticle area.
Yeah, right above that is like a gash.
You may lose that toenail.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, I know that you were going to run that marathon soon,
Yeah,
but you may have to postpone that. Medically speaking.
my marathon for rabies.
Your Michael Scott 5K Pro Am Fun Run for the Cure.
I love how he's like, we want to get a big check. What's going to cost us $100 or whatever? He's like, I want the big check. So I had
Can we have a scientist come? I know a nurse. So, as you were pulling, this is what's curious to me. As you were pulling out your first aid kit, which I took a look at, and it's pretty standard.
Yeah, well, okay, there's a story behind that first aid kit. So when I moved into my apartment, my old boss Fitz, rest in peace Fitz, he offered to buy my couches for my apartment, right? Like, he was a dope guy like that. So we went to Sam's Club and he bought the couches. As we were walking around Sam's Club looking at them, he's like, you need this for your place. And I was like, what the fuck do I need a first aid kit for? He's like, you need one. Like, you never know. Like, something could happen. Like, you could be washing dishes and you fucking drop
a
it,
dart
whatever.
foot.
Or you drop it. Hey, this is like 6 years later, all right? So, fuck you. And that's where that first aid kit came from.
Gotcha.
So, what was your question? I'm sorry.
Did you feel comfortable using your first aid kit?
Or
Or did you open it up and go, where the fuck are the things that I need to patch my...
I've opened it up before. I don't know what happened. Somebody cut themselves, but yeah, I was shaking a little bit because it was my big toe was fucking throbbing. So I did what I had to do. I cleaned it up. Interesting enough, though, there was one time, I don't know if Rick's still listening or not, but for my 21st birthday, my mom got me a cruise. I got paid for me to go on a cruise. So I decided to invite Rick. So Rick and I are on the cruise, and this is around the time when remember we used to tap each other's beers,
Oh, yeah.
and then we had to down them,
Yeah.
shotgun them.
Right after Baby Bitches.
Yes, exactly. So we're on the cruise, and this is way before his wife. Okay, so we're talking to these white chicks from like Australia or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're talking with them, blah blah blah. Like
Hopes and
bullshit.
dreams
Yeah, for
and-
sure.
yeah.
They went out the window after this, but
Right.
so we're talking to them, and Rick said something like, "Oh, you want to see me pound a beer?" Or I don't know what he did, but he decided to tap his own beer, like whack, right?
Because nothing's better than challenging somebody and then tapping your own beer to prove that you did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So when he did that, I don't know if he hit it on the right area, or the fucking bottles are thinner on a cruise than at home. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But what I do know though is,
Could it be the beers you had prior?
what do you mean? Had the amount that we had?
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Okay.
There's a lot of reasons why this may have happened.
Bermuda Triangle.
So he taps his beer, and when he hits it, the bottom beer goes right through, like it's going up a girl's butt,
Ooh.
right through the fucking top beer,
Oh.
splatters all over his hand
Uh-huh.
and onto the ground. As he did that, he fucking sliced his hand open. So he has a big old gash on where your hand would like make a C.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you would call that area.
It's the right hugger of your penis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
So he sliced it open, and it's just gushing blood. Very similar to my toe.
Mm.
Luckily enough, though, these girls that we were talking to
We're
were nurses. And they had
Yes.
they had liquid stitch in their fucking purse, or in the room. So we went to their room, and they fucking stitched up Rick. It was fucking awesome. It was-
Long story short,
and we saw him 2 other times. They didn't want to talk to us.
I would assume no. I mean, with the bills and debt collection and all that stuff that I'm sure they charged you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually.
That's awesome.
And at that same trip, Rick lost to a 9-year-old little girl at beer pong in the championship. There was a ping pong tournament.
Ping pong?
There was a ping pong tournament. I got my ass kicked by the same girl, but that doesn't matter.
Like legitimate ping pong. With
Legitimate,
pads,
yeah.
not beer pong.
Not beer pong. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm used to saying beer pong.
Right.
We we were playing ping pong,
Mhm.
and Rick went all the way to the championship. He fucked everybody
Table
up.
tennis.
Table tennis, yeah.
Table tennis.
And he fucking faced this 9-year-old little girl, and she beat the shit out of him.
Was she Chinese?
Nah, she was some white girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there was a prize at the end, and we didn't get anything.
Nothing for second place.
Not a damn thing, man.
I like the heartless, cruel nature of that young
It was
little
awesome.
girl. That young little girl.
I don't think Rick remembers. I hope Rick's still on, but he might not be.
I had, seeing as that there's a doctor in the family,
In your family?
in my family.
Your mom? Or your dad? Or your stepdad?
Stepdad, mom, yeah. The family owns a medical clinic. So when I told my mom, like, I got to put together a first aid kit. Because I don't want to buy one of those shitty ones like yours. Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry.
What's so shitty about it?
I'll go through each thing later.
I mean, it did its job, I guess. It stung when I fucking put the alcohol packet on my fucking foot.
Sure. So my mom decides, okay, here's everything you need. She sent scalpels,
The fuck?
iodine, sutures, like
I
pre-made.
don't know what the fuck a suture is.
Like if I had to stitch you up.
I would go to the doctor.
Yeah, apparently my family doesn't really believe in well, they are the doctor, so
Yeah.
who does the doctor go to? No one.
Isn't that why doctors are so unhealthy? 'Cause
Yeah,
like,
probably.
nobody's there to tell them that they're unhealthy.
So yeah, so I had to put together my own first aid kit with like specific bandages and things like that. But I feel very comfortable with mine. I think I could do minor surgery on most people.
I just want to make sure you're not dying.
And oddly enough, have done minor surgery. I don't know if you remember when Maggie got bit. She got bit. My dog. She got bit.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we R.I.P. fucking Fitz, bro.
Yeah, that's true. And I actually cheers Fitz while
Yeah.
you were talking, but cheers to
Cheers,
Maggie and
Maggie.
Fitz. She got bit by something. We went out camping in the desert, and when we came back to LA, her ear like swelled up, almost like it was a water balloon that wasn't inflated. You know how it flops and you can hear it. So
I filled up a few things that.
yeah, like that.
You
Where
can
you could tell it's not all the way full, but there's liquid in there.
Yeah.
And so I either was going to take her to the vet and spend
Which
a whole bunch of money.
$1,500.
Yeah. Or it was like, okay, cut her ear open, drain out what's in there, and she'll be fine. So laid Maggie down on sanitized paper on the floor and took a scalpel and shaved her ear, cut all the fur off of it, iced it, iodined her, got her all set up, and then just sliced a small hole in her ear and drained out all the fluid in there. So,
It's like cauliflower for dogs.
yeah, pretty much. I'm assuming that's how wrestlers do it, right? They poke
They-
it and then just drain the fluid that's in there.
Yeah, I do have cauliflower.
bad.
No,
Yeah.
it's very, very tiny. No.
Yeah.
But there's some people that have some shitty ass ears.
Right, but that's what they do, right? They just cut it and
Yeah,
just
they drain it, yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to a former boss of mine who had an older lab, and she was like, "Yeah, I have to go to the vet. I have to take my dog to get stem cell therapy." And I go, "Your dog gets stem cell therapy?" And she's like, "Yeah." I just went, "My dog doesn't even go to the vet when she's got a problem. Like, I have to cut her ear open." And she looked at me like I was cruel, and I looked at her like she was crazy. Like, you're getting, like, Kobe got stem cell therapy.
Yeah. And he's a
And
fucking
he's an athlete.
trained
And
athlete.
your dog's an overweight lab, but okay, do your thing.
So Marco's on her now, and so he was the one person that turned in a bracket for the Gatorade
Now,
challenge.
for all the other people who have
We didn't ask for it.
taken part, there was no like fill out bracket like you would March Madness.
Yeah.
He went ahead and
He went ahead and
created a
filled it out.
bracket.
So I don't know how we would score this, but he was perfect all the way until last week,
Yeah.
coming up to this week, and he got both these wrong. Oh no, Did he? Yeah, he got both of them wrong this week. So it's unfortunate.
Casey says this week's episode is not as visually appealing as last week.
We've
already mentioned that.
Yeah.
We have noticeably less people watching, and we have noticeably less cups.
Articles of clothing on.
Cups. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 2 cups instead of double D cups. So, yeah. Thanks for all the people who were interested in the content of our show last week. It was much appreciated, but we're still here Coming at you every week.
Yeah, we're gonna have like a Vetti's corner. No, let's see. What can we call it?
How about we actually bring a full-time host on that just wears a bikini?
We can probably do that. We have to probably pay them though. Do you think Mark will do it?
Can we pay them an experience?
Yeah, I asked you if we could fucking get if we could have an intern.
I gave you an answer for it.
You said we'll be legally fucking down if we do something wrong.
It takes a lot of paperwork, but we can. We can. Like I said, experience.
We need an intern, like a real one, like for somebody to do video editing. I need help with this just because I really don't have the time to do it. So if you guys know anybody that's aspiring to be some sort of video editor,
or can show us a program that you can do while pooping.
Yes,
That might work too.
that would help.
I got like 20 minutes every couple hours. That adds up.
I usually play this game, but I can definitely use that time.
You can spare one.
Yeah,
you can spare one.
I can spare one for sure.
Yeah. But we notice we have a lot less viewers. There's an empty chair.
Yeah, I don't even know if Betty girl's still listening. I'm a little upset.
Oh, that's okay.
Maybe we should.
Sure.
Maybe if we called her.
Maybe she took her. Well, no one's gonna give a shit if we call her.
Well, no, it'll know. I'm saying like if we FaceTime her through
That's
Instagram.
true. I meant just.
You're a fan favorite, Betty girl.
You are. Well, from the man.
Well, I'm from the women.
Yeah,
too.
no. Yeah.
You know, I have a couple coworkers now listening to the podcast, and they're quite intrigued by you.
Why me? What did I do? Was it my visual explanation of 60/90?
Okay. And the conversations about anal plugs, and the fact that you kind of we go through a sex ed course kind of every episode now.
I try and give back.
Yeah, I understand. You're a giver. From the sounds of things.
I'm a giver. I try and get people involved in the full experience of life. Don't be so tight. And I know that's kind of an.
Yeah, I was gonna pour you. That's what I asked.
Don't be such a tight ass about certain
Hey,
things.
tell Casey not to be mad because I'm fucking grabbing ice.
I don't know that Casey was mad that we got up to make drinks. I think he was mad that we would try and have this half conversation that was on air and half not. So
How dare him!
But I'm glad that I'm able to express to our listening audience some things that maybe you don't get to experience in your own life. Like, I would love to hear from people who, have traveled the world or spent a year in like Ethiopia. Like, what is it like? I'm not going to do it, but it's interesting. Maybe I would.
Hold on, I want to add to this real quick. Give me 1 second.
Given the fact that I'm trying to give people an idea of part of the world that they may not visit, maybe that'll help them understand a little bit better.
Casey said he's not mad. He just wants to give us feedback, which I appreciate. Honestly, there's a few people that comment on what we do, and I take it serious. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, everybody that talks to us tells us things, but there are some people that you just take a little more serious than others. But to what you were saying as far as like you wanted to visit, I don't know what you said, but
I just made some shit up about like Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I am hoping though, this is,
by the way, you also glanced over the fact that Casey's last sentence was the most real thing he's ever said in his life.
I don't have that message.
Oh, it says it's not. He's not mad. He's just giving feedback to improve. Kevin's right.
Like always. Oh, I didn't see that. It's hidden behind your face.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and screenshot that here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you.
So what you were saying about like wanting to know about a place but not necessarily wanting to visit.
Okay.
So I think that with you kind of, I don't say exposing,
Being open honest about,
open to and open with what's going on in your sex life, it may make people be a little more honest and open with what they like.
or yeah,
Because I saw something where it was a meme, but it was like, for real, who's really about that fucking shit in your face life? Like, during sex. Like, who's really about that shit? Like, please let me know.
like shit on your
Yeah,
face.
because people are into that shit.
There are people who are into it.
Which is a weird fetish, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the
Well,
most
yeah.
extreme. That's the most extreme. What you do, I don't feel it's not something I would do. I don't look at you any different. But it's not something I would do. But it is interesting to know that I know somebody that's into that stuff. You know what I mean? Because because it's like that. It's like you see these different things on like these adult sites,
Yeah.
and it's like, who's really into this stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to like be able to like, oh, like so and so's into it, so oh, okay, like whatever. That's there are obviously audiences there, like foot fetishes. I don't get foot fetishes.
I don't either, but okay, like I don't look down on somebody who's like, yeah, feet are hot.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, Marco's giving us some intel. I have to look at some of these websites that he's talking about.
xnxx.com. Yeah, no, I got research-wise, we've got them. But, you know, I remember there was a movie.
A porn?
God, no, and this is a legit movie. Not just
porn movies are real.
You can't watch them in the same theater. And if you do, don't whip it out.
Why is it called 8th Street Latinas?
I don't know. Copyright laws?
Jesus. I hope you're Googling all these.
No, he's got them saved. There was a movie.
Bookmarked?
Bookmarked it. On his phone.
Shitmychest.org.
On his phone, they're the quick links on the desktop where you just click on it and it automatically takes you.
You mean these ones?
Those are, whoa. Those are a lot of icons.
Amazing cock gobblers.
Back in the 90s, the movie American Beauty, some people saw it, so it was like a weird...
I saw American Meat.
Different. The one of the dads in this was an old, like, Marine, super stern, authoritative figure, super anti-gay. And it comes out at the end, spoiler alert, 30 years later, he was gay. Like, he was a closet homosexual. And sometimes I feel like there's a lot of people who put up such strong fronts, like, fuck no, a girl's not gonna lick my ass, that's gay as shit. And you get so offended by it that I actually kind of, like, question somebody like that.
So are you questioning me?
No, because you've said, like, it's not my thing.
But I also have never tried it.
You said it's not your thing about the finger.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't even get close to it. I got like, no.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, what are you doing?
But it's not your thing. But you never know. Like, if a girl got down and started licking your ass, you're also focused on the movement and the thrusting. It can be distracting. So but you're not like, that's fucking gay. You're not super judgmental about it. You're not so far on the other side of the pendulum that it doesn't make me look differently. Whereas
there are some people that I don't want to tell you who, but they're like,
yeah,
your friend's gay. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, he's not gay. I know he's not gay. Like, I know this.
And that's my point is like, why would you jump to such a conclusion that, oh, that's gay. Unless one, you've tried it and you totally felt gay, or two, you're scared to try it because you'll feel
So Marco just wrote, dude, you need to try it. A finger goes a long way. I don't know how big your chick's fingers are, but nothing's going a long way in anything. I'm just saying.
I think Marco's offering to take the time to
stick
his finger up your ass.
Marco's also giving me what a fucking rusty trombone was. I didn't know what the fuck that
That's when
was.
you lick the ass and jack off from the back. Yeah. What?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just such a fucking novice when it comes to sex when I'm around you guys.
But see, here's the thing is, I don't...
Some girl named Nini Bernal just wrote just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
What, just the tip of the nail?
Just the tip.
Like tickle it?
Just the tip. When you know.
You know?
It's just the tip.
Jesus.
The thing is, like, there's certain people like, oh, that's so fucking gay, that's gay. It's... Why? I'm not understanding why it has to swing to such a pendulum. There are certain, like, I think it comes out of fear. But nevertheless, the bottom line is, like, I'm glad that I'm willing to, and by the way, that Nini Bernali chewed me out this weekend, because apparently...
Chewed your ass out?
Well, no, not this last weekend, no, I'm trying to think.
Oh, you're talking about, like yelled at you?
Not yelled.
Like, got mad?
But it was like, you share a lot on the show. And I said, yeah.
It's not just about you, though. That's the thing. Yeah. It's not like you're just sharing information about yourself.
Yeah. It's not things that I just do by myself. She's like, oh, great. The entire internet knows that I take it in the ass from you.
And we also know when your period is.
Yeah. You can look at the calendar. But we changed that.
Yeah, a week. You moved it up a week.
We move it.
We know that too.
But there's a lot of people that she tells that to. But the truth is, it's like, she gets embarrassed. Like, great, the internet knows that I take it in the ass. But if you had an honest lineup of every woman in this world that was like, all right, ladies, if you take it in the butthole, step forward. You would not be the only one to step forward.
So I want to congratulate some of our guests. Like, or not congratulate, but like applaud them. Because I feel like a lot of people that have come on when we've talked about these matters, have been pretty honest with us.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people have. I mean, like when Betty Girl last week, even though you thought it was 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. I lost a fucking week.
When she was on, I mean, she let us know about her sugar daddy.
Uh-huh.
Interesting
topic. And I promise you, she's not the only girl who listens to the show
that's happened to.
Has been in that situation.
Yeah. About anal. She talked about that. Obviously, we had Wendy and I can't think of the other girl's name now.
Dana.
Yeah, Dana. They talked about that as well. They were open. They were talking about fuckboys and how, and I just feel like the people we've had on have been very like genuine and not really caring what people would think about them, which is cool, honestly, because some people come on and can just be like fronting.
Yeah. And, the truth of the matter is, you think that you're like with my chick.
In the minority?
She feels like, fuck, I'm like, you're putting it out there like taking it in the ass. Everyone's like, oh, we see you, like you take it in the butthole. But you turn around and it's like, all right, ladies, like,
literally,
how many of you do it? And you're going to have a lot of women who like, yeah.
Okay, I guess that's what I was getting at with you expressing like your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like, at least what I hope comes of it is the more we do this, when people listen, that they'll be okay with talking about those kinds of things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and even if not okay with talking about them with us on the internet, putting it out there, but at least
with a partner.
Yeah.
Like, it's not weird.
Exactly.
It's not weird.
I think people think that it's weird, but it's when you broaden your horizons, it's not all that weird.
Well, I mean, going back to the whole finger in the butt thing, like, the reason that I was even able to express that story or tell it is because the girl that I was being with was the one that tried.
Mm-hmm.
And she obviously, I mean, in talking with her, like, she had guys that like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why she tried it.
Like, I'm gonna make this move.
So, like, maybe some people, their relationships or their sexual partners or whatever, like, might be stagnant. I mean, shit, maybe it's opened the fucking floodgates. Next thing you know, they're fucking sticking his dick in her ear and fucking shitting on her face. I don't know. Whatever they like. I'm not them. I don't know.
Can we? I would like to say, have a long conversation before you shit on someone's face.
You don't know, bro.
No, just have that conversation.
I think
first.
You should just fucking drop the deuce.
Are we just doing that now? We're just promoting surprise shits?
I mean, R. Kelly doesn't. He pees on people when he wants.
Yeah, just a little hero shitta right on there. Boom. World War II.
Quick
shitta. End it.
But you gotta make sure you don't go and get a DUI the day before. And I'm talking about DUI food.
Yeah,
because that's a fucking...
It's shoots.
It's like a slurpy shit.
God, I seriously lost track.
Hey, congratulations to Damien. He just had a little girl.
He did. Beautiful. One of the things that I've talked to a lot of women and...
Ooh, have you? Does Nene know this?
Just talked.
Didn't even look.
Yeah. And you don't know how many times, like Vetty Girl said last week, he was fucking boring. He was boring.
I've never been told that, but okay.
You were not about you, but you were told that last week.
Yeah.
About someone else, thank God. Because you've never been boring with me.
Never.
A lot of guys get into, I don't know if it's a funk or a rhythm or whatever it is. There's a lot of women out there who are just like, good intentions, not looking to fuck up on their man, but they're just like, we got one position. I get on my back, he gets on top, he sweats on me for 3 minutes, and we're done. Like, you gotta keep, and I do this, and I say this honestly, like, you seriously have to keep your woman on her toes, and knees, and back, and stomach, and head sometimes.
So, one thing that I can say that I know for a fact that I'm gonna have to get better at is that when I decide to get a relationship, or not when I decide, when they decide to, I guess, because it's,
Well, yeah.
it's a two-way street.
Well, it depends. You can be in a relationship. You just have to chain her up.
I think that's called kidnapping.
It depends on the law.
So right now, I'm able to get away with that
Mm-hmm.
because it's like once, and then I don't see them for a month or so,
And then it's like, surprise.
and then you do it again,
Yeah.
and you're kind of just both in it to get your own.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how my sexual life's gonna be when I get in a relationship. I'll update you guys in 17 years.
I'll draw you pictures. And think about this, with your toe fucked up, this might be a whole new position rolled for you for a while.
Dude, I'm gonna be fucked. My fucking toe. Actually,
Think about this. You're going to have to keep your toe elevated.
it sucks because if it was like my small toe, it'd be fine.
But it's your big
But
toe.
it's my big toe, and
It's
that's
your
what
plant toe.
you push off. And then it's my right foot, which is
Oh,
my
yeah,
dominant
that's your
foot.
plant toe.
And if I played soccer, it would fucking suck.
No, yeah, you'd be done. You'd have your toe insured, so you'd be getting some money for it if you played soccer. But I'm excited for the new positions that this is going to lead to for you. But truthfully speaking, is, guys, and public service announcement for the ladies who are listening, bring your guys on.
It's just Marco.
Let them listen to this part. Like, I'm not judging you, but take a look at your own sex life. How many different positions have you done in the last 3 weeks? I could say
On the couch, by myself, on the... Oh, wait, you're talking about with somebody else?
it doesn't matter. I mean, look in the mirror. the
Bending over, jacking off. Like,
Yeah, you try to do the rusty trombone yourself. It's hard, but if you want to keep a woman happy, like I said, and I say it jokingly, but it's true, you got to keep her on her toes, and her knees, and her back, and her stomach, and her head, and her right side, her left side, her shoulder, whatever it takes. Tie her up and hang her from the ceilings, like
not from the neck.
not from the neck.
That's dangerous.
Just tie her up sometimes. Like, get creative. And I'm glad that I can bring some amount of openness to a closed door conversation.
I think it really is, though, honestly, because a lot of people don't talk about like their sex lives like this.
Yeah,
They really don't.
I mean,
It's like you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, and then like sex life is like right after that.
Yeah, you don't talk positions.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that, like, even though some people perceive me as gay, and I don't think they truly do.
I like where you're going with this.
Right? I don't think they truly perceive me as gay, but however it is, if other people go, it's interesting, like, even if I'm intrigued, that's okay with me. Like,
And I'm okay with them not even telling us about it. If they long they tell their partner and they're like willing to experiment.
if you're happy,
But I'm not willing to experiment.
if you're happy
Personally.
and your partner's happy, like, hey, this entire show is worth it. But perception's interesting.
So I have a question for you.
About?
Perception.
Really?
You like that?
Well, that's what we call a segue in the business, everyone.
So I saw something on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a Hispanic, like, I don't know, I felt like this Hispanic hashtag or whatever, and it was like talking to, like, your grandparents talking to their grandkids, and how, you kind of get watered down as far as your heritage typically.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, because I know how
Two generations is usually what it lasts.
Yeah. How does your race perceive you? Because like you're pretty watered down for a Japanese person, right?
Yes.
So like someone that's like
I'm very
from,
Mexican for a Japanese
Yeah.
person.
So for somebody that's from Japan versus somebody that's from Pico, like do they look down on you?
Yeah.
Like are you like disgusting to them?
I wouldn't say disgusting. The truth about the Japanese culture, though, is that it decided to end the Japanese culture many decades ago.
They had sex robots that long ago?
Maybe. I don't. Japan's pretty advanced, but I don't think so. Japan became westernized. So we all saw The Last Samurai, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I didn't see it.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Really?
See it. I don't fucking watch movies.
It's a pretty good movie. Like, not to pump it up just because it's a Japanese thing, It's actually a pretty good movie. Completely impossible, not true.
So
But
a
it
lot of
did.
movies.
But it did have a lot of basis in what really happened in Japan. There was a Western influence that came through in Japan, several hundred years ago, and Japan said, "Chale, Holmes, like we're not doing this."
I'm
We're
sure
gonna-
that's exactly what they said.
that is Japanese.
That's
for,
Japanese and chale.
for no thank you for the influence. Like it's chale. It looks like a teepee with a line through it and then a circle all around it,
The ad symbol.
kind of. So Japan shut off, and then the Western world came in and was basically like, "No, you're opening your port. We're coming in," and that's kind of what started like bringing Western culture back into Japan. It caused a major rift in the Japanese society, but they decided like, no, we're going to put the old, sandal wearing.
So they were gonna
goldfish-
stick to their roots.
Some were going to, and then at some point the entire society went, no, like we're going to assimilate to how the rest of the world is. So you don't see a lot of people keeping up with the traditional ways. Sumo wrestling, for example, is dying out. It's not looked upon in the culture as being cool. I guess being 300 pounds and 5'8" isn't cool anymore.
More MMA fighters.
Wearing a diaper and running around with another man in a circle is apparently gay.
So someone from the land, like, how would they look at you though? Like, would they be like, "Oh, you're Americanized. You're
They
fucking."
would look at me as a typical American, someone who's uneducated and lazy.
Oh, they got you kind of dead on.
Kind of.
That makes sense.
What?
So with me, I mean, I don't know the history. That's my problem. I don't know history of a lot of things. I didn't pay attention to school at all.
Period. History. Period.
But I know when I see some, like, for instance, like when I went to San Diego with my company, and they're like fucking 2 miles from the border.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I had to get something, and I looked up like where the nearest 99-cent store was. I need to get like, I forgot what I had. I think it was a laundry detergent.
Oh yeah, you said yeah.
And that's right, about that stupid that little tripod. So anyway, I get there and it's like pretty much Mexico, right? And obviously, when I walk in, I'm Mexican, so I look like everybody else there.
Yes.
But then people start talking to me
In Spanish.
in Spanish, and I'm looking at them like a fucking deer in headlights. I have no fucking clue what they just asked me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish." And the looks that these fucking people give me is like of disgust.
Yep.
They look at me like I'm fucking the dirtiest thing in the world, and they just walk away from me. It's just funny to me. I guess I've been so whitewashed. I mean, one of my old coworkers used to call me coconut. Brown on the outside, white on the inside.
I'm a banana.
Yeah, yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh because when I saw that post, it reminded me of that like feeling. And I've had that feeling other times, but that was the most recent one. You know, coming from Pico, majority of people here is Hispanic, but even with the people that only speak Spanish, it's not a big number. You know, maybe the parents do.
Yep.
But like your friends, like I mean, we could look at our friends list, and we have a bunch of our friends that speak Spanish.
Oh yeah.
But then we also have a bunch of them that don't.
Don't.
Like, so I don't know. It made me laugh to have to experience that and kind of feel like I was like so beneath them that they were disgusted by me.
So I almost punched an abuelita in the face recently.
The Japanese abuelita?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Abuelita is Japanese for grandmother. If anybody wants to kind of learn.
Google
Japanese.
it.
And it wasn't too far from here. Yvette and I went into a restaurant that is okay, so first off, it's a Mongolian barbecue.
Cooked by Mexican people.
Owned and operated by a Mexican family. And the abuelita...
Is it the one right here?
Yes.
That's the only Mongolian place that I could think of.
And I told you this when you moved in. I will not fucking eat there. Around the corner from our studio.
Yeah, of course.
So the little Mexican lady starts speaking to my fiance in Spanish. And my fiance says like, hey, no habla español? And she goes, ay, hueva. And it was like, wait a minute, first off, bitch, fuck you. Like, and I was like, I got mad. First off, don't insult someone because they don't speak a foreign language. And this is going to insult some people, but this is the United States. You can speak whatever you want, but any language other than English is a foreign language.
It's a dominant language, that's why.
That is the official language of the United States.
Is it the official?
Yes. Google it.
Okay, I believe you.
All right.
I don't know. I'm asking.
And I get that a lot
Kind
of
of
people...
condescending asking, but I was
Yeah,
asking.
that's fine. No, yeah, you're intelligent enough to ask me that question.
I'm intelligent enough to fucking believe you because I'm not gonna look it up.
But truthfully, like, okay, so I get it. Now, if you're going to operate a business and you want to speak a different language, I am all for you telling me, like, do not come in here if you don't want to speak English. Okay? But make that clear, because I won't. And I haven't been back since. But don't get upset with somebody who's trying to conduct commerce in a land and you don't speak that language, right? You have the right to operate your business however you want. But don't insult
Why
somebody.
do you think people get so upset about that stuff, though?
Because they're Mexican and like the same reason people looked at you with disgust in the 99-cent store is the same reason people get offended by what I just said.
But that's what I'm saying. I understand.
Because you take it personal.
Why, though? Like, why? Because I'm not authentic?
Possibly. Because you're saying...
Because I'm the remix?
Maybe.
Sometimes the remixes are better, especially if
They are.
Puffy's on it.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless, again, and so you're conducting commerce in the United States, which is an English-speaking country, and you're insulting a customer who doesn't speak the language that you have chosen, even though everything on your menu is English. If we walked in and everything was in Spanish, hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Everything's in English. And then you're running a fucking Mongolian barbecue, you dumb motherfucker. Like, that's not you're not Mongolian. So don't get offended. Like, do you speak Mongolian, bitch? Because your fucking sign says Mongolian, so you should speak fucking Mongolian.
Is Mongolian the language?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
That I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. But for all intents and purposes, I don't give a fuck.
I did watch a documentary on Genghis Khan, so...
And you called him Genghis, and you watched the documentary?
I don't know what the fuck his name is.
It's Genghis Khan.
Genghis?
Yes.
I play Jenga all the time. I have that game
No,
right there.
that's with a J. This is Genghis Khan.
Dude, so...
But no, I'm not done with my rant. Damn it. So if I'm gonna run let's say I'm Japanese,
You are Japanese.
and I'm gonna run a Mexican restaurant,
Which has not been done before.
but I'm gonna get offended that somebody comes in and speaks Spanish, like, hey, whoa, we speak Japanese here. Well, now wait a minute, you fucking asshole. You're running a Mexican food place and you're asking people to speak Japanese or English? I only speak Spanish. Why the fuck did I come into a place that has my slanty-eyed picture on the front and you expect me to speak something completely different? Fuck that cunt.
I think if you own a Japanese restaurant...
No,
you,
Mexican.
No, I think if you own a Japanese restaurant...
Yeah.
That you would make the employees walk around in those little diapers.
Or kimonos.
Is that what they're called?
No.
Oh.
The diapers, I don't know what the diapers are called, I'll be honest, but kimonos are what, the nice traditional garb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
my
so-
grandmother had one. She was like, do you want to see the kimono? I was like, no, I don't. I don't.
Sure, Grandma.
So when she died, we cleaned out her closet. We found hundreds of naked Barbie dolls. Creepy, right?
Yeah.
And then we opened up another closet. Thousands of little itty bitty sewed kimonos.
She made them?
She would take the Barbies from the store, rip off their clothes, sew little kimonos, put them on the Japanese Barbies, and then take them to the children's hospital.
That's awesome. I think it'd be better if she fucked with the eyes, but she probably didn't. That's she's like, I'm not gonna give him no fucking whitewash
Hell no.
fucking Barbie.
Hell no. Dyeing all their hair straight black.
Back to the whole like menu in a certain language. When I went to New York with Yvette and Rick, I don't remember what language it was, but there was this restaurant, and they wanted to eat at it. It was like had like fucking 5 stars. It was like whatever.
Very good place.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't eat there.
Uh-huh.
So we get there, and I was like, I don't like it. Was just different to me. It was like a sushi spot, I think, but like a real authentic sushi spot, like not one I was used to.
You're not finding California rolls. It was true.
But they had a bull's penis on there.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't read anything that was on the menu because it was all in a different language.
Okay.
And all I saw was a fucking dick. Like, it was a fucking dick.
Like a picture?
Yeah, like a bull's penis. Like, it was a fucking... And I was like, look at Yvette and Rick. If you guys want to eat here, fine. I'm going to go to fucking Papaya's fucking hot dog up the street.
Right, yeah.
And pay $4 for a hot dog.
I know what I'm getting. It's a bull's penis also.
Yes, but it's different. It's smashed into a tube.
Well,
I'm not going to eat that. And I left. But we can take a break, and I just had to let you know that story because I fucking did not want to eat a bull's penis. That looked like a penis. That, even though the hot dog looked like a penis, I gotta go.
I don't know why. I'm not eating a bull's penis from here.